This is Google in Mountain View, California. Home of the most extreme office perks in the country.
We have everything you can imagine.
Google really takes care of us. I'm much healthier and happier for it.
And it all goes down at Google's main headquarters, aka the Googleplex. One giant funhouse.
When I first met the founders, I walked into our office and found Larry Page on rollerblades and Sergey Brin bouncing around on a physio ball. And I knew that this was no normal standard company.
That's an understatement. Spanning over 1 million square feet, the Googleplex is 2.5 times the size of Giant Stadium. Comprised of 16 buildings, which house the thousands of employees who are lucky enough to work here. And just like the campus, the perks are endless.
If you open your eyes, it's hard to miss them.
One of the most crowd-pleasing perks, that would be the food.
Food here at Google is part of our culture. We have a variety of restaurants serving all sorts of different styles of food, from tapas, small plates, or ethnic foods, Indian to Asian to South American.
That's right. Instead of your typical little lunchroom, Google has 18 different cafes serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
The food is really incredible because there's so many options.
And the best part? All the meals are free. That's right, free. What could be better than a free lunch? Free barbecue. In the summer, Google takes it outside for some serious grilling. But if that doesn't get your mouth watering, how about this?
One of the cafes is called Cafe 150. Everything served there comes from within 150 miles of Google. It's all delicious, healthy, mostly organic and locally grown food.
And if eating locally is eco-friendly, Google takes it one step further, because they grow their own food right on campus.
Our employees are excited with the cafe that says Google strawberries and key lime Google pie.
But even that's not enough free food for these employees. Because Google makes sure there are unlimited munchies within a few feet of everyone's desks.
We're about, 40 feet from where I sit at my desk.
And unlike your average workplace, Google provides more than an old coffee pot and creamer. They hook it up fancy Java style. And oh yeah, it's all on the house.
I get up from my desk quite a bit and make myself espresso to keep going.
But if employees feel like they've had too much to eat, Google's got the perk to take care of it. Not one, not two, but 4 fully loaded gyms. And you guessed it, they're all free.
Having the gym here at Google has been great for me because it's allowed me to train for 2 marathons. I've been much healthier and happier, and definitely getting those lunch runs in has been perfect for getting back to work. It's made me so much more productive.
And for those employees gunning for a six-pack, Google even has personal trainers on site.
It's a great asset having personal trainers here. They really work one-on-one with you and help keep our workforce fit.
After feeling the burn, there's only one thing left to do: get a massage. Once a year on their birthdays, these lucky Googlers get a free rub-down.
Is there anything that's bothering you today? Neck, shoulders, back?
Feeling sleepy after that? Employees can nap in sleeping pods while listening to some relaxing music. Still not enough TLC? There's also a doctor's office to take care of any aches and pains.
Hi, I'm Dr. Razavi. How are you today?
And of course, no doctor's bill. But Google doesn't just take care of their employees' bodies. The company also does their laundry. That's right, Google provides on-site laundromats for their employees' dirty clothes.
You can show up for your day with a bag of laundry over your shoulders, throw your laundry in our washroom area, go to work, and go home with your laundry done.
Doing laundry at the office is a Google tradition. Founders Larry and Sergey have been pulling this act for years.
They would work in this garage at the home of a friend. They would also do their laundry. The owner of the home used to complain they would cost her more money in utility bills than they were actually paying in rent.
I just got out of work, I went to the gym, worked out for an hour, and now I'm here doing my laundry. How cool is that? Where else can you do this, right?
Only at Google. But even with all these amazing perks, sometimes Googlers want to leave the campus. And when they do, the company provides the wheels. And no, these aren't your average gas guzzlers.
We have both plug-in Priuses and regular Priuses. So any employee that wants to check out a car and do some errands, they just have to use this really simple electronic key, and they zip away. And when they're done, they just plug the car back in, and then the car gets recharged.
Free car? You better believe it. And when these lucky employees come back to Google after running some errands, there's only one place left to go: the sleeping pods. Hold up, we're not done, because the Googleplex in Mountain View, California is just one of 68 other extreme Google workplaces around the world. First stop, Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Here, Google employees can grab a quick nap, not in a pod chair, but in one of 4 indoor hammocks. Next, Beijing, China. In the high-tech digs of Tsinghua Science Park, employees have their team meetings in beanbag chairs. And when it's break time, they're hanging out in one of 10 micro kitchens, playing ping pong. But Google's most extreme international workplace has got to be Zurich, Switzerland. Google created this engineering office with one thing in mind: to keep their 400 employees happy. So they brought in a psychologist to find out what would gratify these Googlers. And this is what they came up with: a lounge that houses exotic fish in an aquarium full of 1,850 liters of water to calm the minds of these hard workers. Then there's the Victorian Library for a change of scenery, so these Googlers can feel like they've escaped the office on their coffee break. And when they want a little privacy, they can go into one of 100 different pods, with themes ranging from a Swiss chalet to an igloo satellite. Moving between floors? Why take the stairs when there's this fire pole? That's right, a fire pole. And for their lunch break, these fun-loving employees wanted the quickest way to get to the cafeteria. The answer? This slide. Yep, at Google, the perks are out of this world, around the world.
Let others worry about long commutes and high gas prices. The luxury bus that picks up software engineer TV Raman every morning offers a free ride direct to his office with comfortable seats and wireless internet.
So that's basically what I do in the morning. I read news, I catch up on email.
Everyone on this high-tech bus works for the high-flying internet company Google. The company runs a fleet of free buses carrying more than 1,000 Google employees to and from work every day. The bus is especially helpful for Raman. Blind himself, he creates programs to turn websites into words.
Search results. 1.2.
After the free ride to work comes the free breakfast in a Google cafe.
If you're focused on what you do and you're sort of an intellectual, you're a geek, you're a nerd, the fact that somebody automatically feeds you, it sort of keeps you focused on what you do.
The care and feeding of intellectuals, geeks, and nerds may well be the key to Google's success. Talk to people who work at Google, and it won't be long before they mention the food, the free food.
The food definitely does make it worthwhile. I mean, I work more, I do enjoy the food, it's very tasty.
The 8,000 workers at Google's Silicon Valley headquarters can eat for free in any one of 19 different cafes,
Mohit!
where the fare ranges from made-to-order omelets to vegetarian to fine food from around the world. What do you got there today?
We got some falafel, some souffle. Not sure what this is. Something with goat cheese. Asian salad, wild rice.
Pretty good lunch?
Pretty incredible lunch, yeah.
We've got the classic margarita pizza. All the crusts for all these pizzas are made in-house, all made with organic flour.
Executive chef Scott Giambastiani promises to feed them well.
So over here we've got the guys grilling off salmon to order, grilling off flank steak to order.
Food that's fresh, local, often organic.
All of the best ingredients, no additives, no preservatives, things like that.
And plenty of variety.
This is where we're making all of our sushi to order. Franklin, how many rolls you put out a day? 200. 200 rolls.
200, wow. As a skeptical reporter, you have to ask yourself, are they putting something in the food to make people apparently so happy working here? Truth is, there's a long list of things that keeps Googlers happy.
I was kind of floored by the sheer number of perks that we had.
Adam Lindahl is a software engineer who works on ads that appear on Google searches. He showed me some of the things that make life here so pleasant. From the free gym to the company-subsidized massages. So you've become addicted to massages?
Yeah. If I don't have a massage, I kind of get a little creaky and have to come in here to fix me up.
There are places to rest. There are pools to work out in. And places to wash your clothes.
This is one of our on-campus laundry facilities.
And we've got washers, dryers.
Washers, dryers, and free eco-friendly detergent over there.
Sometimes you have to wonder if anybody does any work here at all. You guys finished work?
No, we're going to go back.
We're going to go back and work.
We're going to work till like 9.
They're certainly working, but they're also having a lot of fun.
Laszlo Bach is vice president of what Google calls people operations. Human resources anywhere else.
One of the things we believe is that you want to make an environment that's efficient for people so that in their personal lives they can live and enjoy and have a great time, and when they're working they can focus on getting their work done.
To be sure, many Google perks serve the company at least as much as they serve the employees, says Jeffrey Pfeffer of the Stanford Business School.
Some of that is done, of course, to keep people on the campus and working. So some of this is just, you know, if you don't have to go anywhere to get your dry cleaning done or your car serviced or food, you'll be more productive, in part because you won't be diverted by doing all these other things, and in part because you'll be at work more.
Jen Mazon, a product manager for Google Docs, an online word processor, could be seriously diverted by her 19-month-old twin boys. But Google gave her 8 months of maternity leave, much of it fully paid.
That was a big deal. That was an absolutely big deal. And there are a lot of women that I know who you know, kind of had to go back after 6 weeks. And I just think about that, and my jaw drops, and I kind of get heart palpitations, and I feel incredibly lucky. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Now her sons and 4.5-year-old daughter are in Google's subsidized daycare program. That's one place where Google's perks ran into trouble recently, when the company proposed a steep fee increase.
The prices started out pretty low, and then they went up, and now they're actually affordable again. So at one point I thought I might have to pull my kids out just because I thought I wouldn't be able to afford it. But I think, you know, they listened to folks, and so they reduced the prices again, and now it is affordable so I can keep my kids in. So that's nice.
Google's Laszlo Bach admits there are business considerations behind all the perks.
We sort of have a bit of a social engineering perspective on it.
The cafes, for example, are designed to get employees from different parts of the company talking to each other, brainstorming.
We'll put that link there. Could be the first link.
We watch the length of the lunch lines, and we want them not so short that people don't have chances to interact, but not so long that you waste time. So we try to think a lot about how do you create these interesting moments where people come up with great ideas.
The real key to Google's success may be that when employees do have great ideas, the company listens.
It needs to map a load and store to a variable declaration.
Lots of organizations talk about giving power to frontline people and the skilled people that they hire. Google actually does it.
Google employees have goals they are expected to reach, but they're given lots of freedom in getting there.
We don't have a set time when people come in. If you come here at 9 in the morning, the parking lot's still half empty. And it's because it's up to the individual and the teams they work with to figure out what's the best way for them to work together.
Google turns 10 years old next week, but its remarkable success has done little to change the way other companies do business.
Ironically, the hardest thing to copy about Google or any other organization like that is not the free food or the massages or the parking or the, nice physical facilities, which anybody can do. The hardest thing for many corporate leaders to get through their heads is that if you hire intelligent people, you ought to actually let them use their intelligence.
If you give them freedom, they will amaze you. They'll surprise you with what they come up with.
And sometimes they will come up with great things over one of those delicious free meals.